So good day viewers, welcome to another mathematics presentation. So in this presentation we are going to answer quadratic equations that come in mathematics paper 1. So we are going to start with our question A right here. So the question reads, solve the equation. So we need to solve this equation, which is 2x squared is equal to 8. So this is a question that came in 2018 mathematics paper 1. So how can we solve this equation? So remember, this is a quadratic equation because x is raised to the power of what? Of 2. So we must find two possible values of what? Of x. So what we are going to do first is we are going to divide both sides by 2. Even you divide by 2 so that this 2 and this 2 cancel. Then we remain with x squared is equal to 2a1 2 into 8, it's a 4. So here we are going to have a what? A 4. Now from here, what are we going to do? So from here, we can let this 4 come to the left hand side, and we are going to write x squared minus a 4 equal to 0. Okay, then from here, we can write 4 in index form, okay, which can be written as x power 2 minus 2 power 2 equal to 0. Okay, so here 2 power 2 is the same as 4 because if you multiply 2 by itself 2 times, you are going to get a 4. Then from here, what are we going to do? Then from here, you can notice that on the left hand side, we have what we call the difference of what? 2 squares. So we can write x minus 2. Then we also write x plus 2 equal to 0. So from this stage, the question now becomes very easy. So we are just going to be equating x minus 2 equal to 0 or x plus 2 equal to what? 0. So this is what we are going to do. So we are going to write x minus 2 equal to 0. Okay. Or, so here we are going to write x plus 2 equal to 0. So x is equal to 2 or x is equal to negative 2. So this positive 2, when it goes to where 0 is, becomes a negative. And this negative 2, when it goes to where 0 is, becomes a positive. So these are the two possible values of what? Of x. So let us now look at another question. So here is our question B. So this question came in 2019 mathematics paper 1 for internal candidates. So we have this question right here, x minus 2 in brackets, again 2x plus 5 in brackets equal to 0. So we need to look for the values of what? Of x. So this one is very easy because you already have the expressions that are factorized. So you can get x minus 2, you equate to 0. Again, you get 2x plus 5, you equate to what? To 0. So that is what we are going to do. So we are going to have x minus 2 is equal to 0 or 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. So from here, we can say x is equal to 2 because this negative 2, when it goes to where 0 is, it becomes a positive. So this is the first value of x. Or, since here we have 2x plus 5 is equal to 0, so we can take this 5 to where 0 is, and we are going to remain with 2x is equal to negative 5. It's a positive. When it goes to the right hand side, becomes a negative because 0 minus 5 is negative 5. So we can solve for x right here by dividing with a 2 so that we just remain with x right here. So x equal to negative 5 over 2. So these are the two possible values of x. So you can say, therefore, x equal to 2 or x is equal to, so 2 into 5, it's because there are 2 times, then minus 1 over a 2. Or you can leave it like that. It can be marked. So that is our answer. So we have answered our question B. Let us now move on to our next question. So I hope it's clear you are following. Okay, so remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Remember to invite your friends so that they can continue learning with us. Okay. Alright, so we now come to our question C right here. So question C, it's a question that came in 2020 Mathematics Paper 1. We need to solve for 5x squared is equal to x. So this one is very easy as well. Okay, so the first thing, what you are going to do is you need to get this x to the left hand side. Okay, so don't make a mistake of dividing by x, because we have seen that here there is x and here there is x. Don't make that mistake. So what you are going to do is you are going to write 5x squared minus x equal to 0. So this x, it's a positive. When it comes here, it becomes a negative x. Now from here, concentrate on the left hand side. You have 5x squared minus x. So you need to factorize here. You have x squared here, here you have x. So we can say that x is common, open bracket, x into 5x squared. We are going to have 5x. So to get this 5x, what we are doing is we are just dividing. So since we have 5x squared, when we divide by x, so this x here, 1 here, you remain with a single x. So this is the 5x that we remained with here. Minus x into x, it's a 1. Then equal to what? 0. Then from here, we can see x equal to this 0. Or we can say 5x minus 1 is equal to 0. So we have found the first value of x, which is a 0. Now we need to work out this one. So we are going to take a minus 1 to the right hand side. So we have 5x is equal to 1, because 0 plus 1, it's a 1. Okay, it's a negative, it becomes a positive. So we are going to divide by 5. Even this side we divide by 5. So that we cancel the 5's, then we have x is equal to 1 over 5. So our final answer now, we can say therefore, okay, our final answer, you can just say therefore, so x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 1 over 5. These are the two values of what? Of x. X is equal to 0 or x is equal to 1 over 5. Right, so we now come to our last question. So this is a question, okay, which is a quadratic equation also. So we have x squared is equal to 4. In brackets, we have x minus 3 squared. So we need to solve for x. Okay, now there are two different methods that we can use to solve this question. So I'm going to start with our method 1. So for our method 1, we can observe that we have x squared is equal to 4. In brackets, we have x minus 3. And there is a square here. So we can try to get rid of the square on this one by introducing a square root. Even this side, can introduce the square root. So that this 2 and the square root will cancel. Then with x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 4, it's a 2. Okay, then this 2 and the square root also cancel, and we are going to have x minus 3 in brackets. So from here we can say x equal to plus or minus 2 times x, we have 2x, 2 times negative 3, negative 6. Then from here, since we want to find the value of x, we can do this. We can say x is equal to plus 2x minus 6, or, so since there is plus or minus, I've gotten the first positive value, then the second one I'll get a minus. Or we can say x is equal to negative, so this negative will affect 2x minus 6, so put it in brackets, 2x minus 6, like this. Then from here, what are we going to do? So we can say this 2x goes this side, we have x minus 2x is equal to negative 6. So x minus 2x to give us negative x equal to negative 6. So to remain with x, we can divide with negative 1, even this side negative 1. So we are going to get our value, which is x is equal to 6. These negatives will cancel. So this is our value. Okay, x is equal to 6. Let me write it here. X is equal to 6. The first value of x. Now we have this one right here. Okay, as you can see, we have this one right here. So what are we going to do? we need to solve it as well. So we have x equal to, so negative times 2x, this is negative 2x, negative negative is a positive 6. Okay, so I hope you are following. So from here we say x, this will come here, we have 2x, positive 2x is equal to 6. X plus c, 2x, what are you going to get? You're going to get 3x equal to 6. So from here we can divide by 3, even this side by 3. So when we cancel this and this, we have x is equal to 3a1, 3 into 6 is a 2. So x is equal to what? A 2. So we can see that the two possible values of x, we have x is equal to 6 or x is equal to 2. These are the two possible values of what? Of x. So this is our method 1. Okay, so we can also use the second method. Let's see how we can use it. Right, so we are now answering the same question using method 2. So for method 2, what we can do is this. We can write x squared the way it is. Now, on the right hand side, we have x minus 3 in brackets, which is what? Squared. So what we can do is we can try to expand this one, okay? So we can say we have a 4 right here. So when we try to expand here, we have x minus 3, again x minus 3, like this. Okay, so why are we doing this? We need to expand. So what are we going to have? We have x squared equal to, so this 4, then we are going to have x times x to give us x squared, then x times negative 3 to give us negative 3x, then negative 3 times x, negative 3x, negative 3 times negative 3 to give us positive 9. So we can just simplify. We have negative 3x, again negative 3x. We can simplify them. So we are going to have x squared is equal to 4. Then we do this, we write x squared negative 3x, negative 3x, we have negative 6x. So negative 3x minus negative 3x is negative 6x, then plus 9. Okay, that is what we are going to get. Then from here, there is a 4 here. So this 4 can multiply each and every term inside. So we are going to have x squared is equal to 4 times x squared is 4x squared. 4 times negative 6 will be negative 24x plus 4 times 9, it's a 36. Then from here, we can write x squared. So this 4x squared will come this side. You're going to have minus 4x squared. Okay, I hope you are following right here. Minus 4x squared. Then this we say plus 24x, then minus 36 is equal to 0. So I've just shifted everything that was on the right hand side. I've taken them to the left hand side, okay, so that this side will remain with a 0. And then from here we can say x squared minus 4x squared. This will give us a negative. This will give us a negative 3x squared plus 24x minus 36 is equal to 0. So I hope you are following. Then from here, what are we going to do? We can try to, since we have 3, we have 24, we have 36. 3 is divisible into 24 and 36. We can divide with a minus 3, even here, minus 3, minus 3, even here, minus 3. So that we can cancel this, we get x squared, negative positive, we get negative 3a1, 3 into 24, 8x, negative negative, positive 3 into 3, it's 1, 3 into 6, it's a 2, equal to 0. So I hope that you are following. So let me just rub on top so that we can continue answering this one. We see if we are going to get the same answer. Alright, so now we can continue. So we are on this stage. Now on this stage we have x squared minus 8x plus 12 is equal to 0. So we need to look for the product. Okay, so the product, we get the coefficient of x squared, which is a 1, times the positive 12 here. So the product is a positive 12. Then we also look for the sum. The sum will get the coefficient of this x on the middle, which is the -8. So we have -8 right here. Now from here, we need to look for two factors, okay? Two numbers. When we multiply them, we get 12. When we add them, we get -8. So without wasting our time, these two numbers are going to be -6, okay, and -2. These are the factors. So we can write here, we can say x squared minus 2x minus 6x plus 12 equal to 0. So from here, what are we going to do? So from here, what we are going to do is this. We can separate them like this. Then we factorize. So in the first bracket, what is common? X, open bracket, x there, x minus x, and x will cancel, remain with 2, minus 6x plus 12. We look for the highest common factor of 6 and 12, which is a 6. Open bracket. We remain with x right here because 6 and 6 will cancel. Negative times positive, negative. 6 into 12, it's a 2, equal to 0. So you have something similar here. You can just say x minus 2, you pick 1, and x minus 6 equal to 0. So from here, we can say x minus 2 is equal to 0, or x minus 6 is equal to 0. So we can write now x is equal to 2, or x is equal to 6. So this is a negative to go to where 0 is, becomes a positive. It's a negative to go where 0 is, becomes a positive. So these are the two possible values of what? Of x. So we have now come to the end of our presentation. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.